What is up, guys? Jeremy here, and welcome back to another video. So I wanted to explain crashing, tweaks not working, springboard crashes, issues with the jailbreak, issues with the jailbreak utilities, basically everything in one video, and explain the best practices of being a jailbreaker and how to save your jailbreak so you never lose it and you can stay on a certain firmware. So first up, and this is like a quick note, if you have an Apple Watch, you need to stop that from updating if you have a jailbroken iPhone. You can do this in settings. I'll show you on my 12 Pro Max here real quick, if I can get it to recognize my face. So if we go into the Watch app and we go to General, you can go to Software Update and you can turn the updates for your Apple Watch off. I would highly recommend to do this because your Apple Watch might update and it might force you to update your phone in order to use the two together. So if you're jailbroken on an iPhone, disable your watch updates, otherwise your watch might force you into updating. So that's a quick tip for you guys. I hope you find that useful. I don't think anybody's ever covered that, but if you don't do that on your Apple Watch might get to the point where it won't work and it's going to force you to lose your jailbreak. So that's one thing that can happen. Now, moving on to tweaks and jailbreak content. So one of the most common questions on my videos, or at least on my tweak videos, is, hey, I installed so-and-so tweak, but it just keeps crashing. Why? ? And that is the hardest question ever to answer. Like, I don't think you guys understand how many variables are at play. So this is, if you have any crashing on your iPhone, it's pretty much up to you, unfortunately, to figure out what's going on with it. So if you have no tweaks on your iPhone and you install one tweak and it's crashing, what you can do is you could contact the developer of the tweak and say, hey, I'm getting crashing, and then the developer will look into it and probably push out an update. If you have a whole bunch of tweaks and one tweak is crashing, it could be because of that tweak, but it could also be 100 other reasons. So all tweaks are not compatible with one another. You can't just go into Cydia and download 200 tweaks and expect your iPhone to be running smooth, because I can almost promise you that is not going to happen. So a tweak can come into conflict with another tweak, or 2 tweaks, or 3 tweaks, or 4 or 5. It could be endless. It could be, like I said, there's a ton of variables when it comes to jailbreak tweaks. One thing that can help you is called Crashed. This is a free app available from Cydia. I'll leave the repo information down in the description. I do want to talk about Crashed because I feel like not a whole lot of people cover it. And keep in mind, this is probably going to be a longer video because there's a lot to explain when it comes to best jailbreaking practices. And I'm just going to try to explain everything I do and how I have an iPhone that I'll keep jailbroken for a year and not update, or forced to be updated. So that's why I want to cover everything in one big fellow swoop. But back to Crashed. So Crashed will show you everything that is crashing on your device. Now, as you guys can see, there's a lot of things here that you have no idea what they are, like DASD. I have no idea what that is. And it obviously it doesn't help me because Crashed says it's unknown why it's crashing. The one thing I do know is that stuff like this is a background process. So I will get no notifications from Crashed for this because it's not a visual crash. Something visually isn't crashing on my iPhone, like the settings app isn't crashing or this springboard isn't crashing. Crashed will give you notifications when it's a visual crash. At least that's as far of my knowledge that goes with it. So it will not really help you out with background crashing. And in all honesty, I don't have any issues on this iPhone, even though you see all of these background things crashing. The XS Max is pretty much perfectly stable for me and operates just fine. About what this is going to affect, since it is background items, is going to be your battery life. So if you have like 100 as you can see, I mean, these are just a couple here and there. There's like 1 crash there, 7 on my springboard. And I know what that was. I'll show you guys that in a second. But like, you know, like cloud, just 1 crash at 12:09 a.m. So that was probably while I was sleeping. It crashed 1 time, and that was, you know, a couple of days ago. So, you know, it's not nothing to worry about too much, unless you have one of these that have like this one right here, the 31 crashes. That's something to start being alarmed with, because when it keeps crashing like this, it can affect your battery life. And the only way to make them stop crashing is to uninstall tweaks until you never see the crashing going on again, if it doesn't tell you what it is. But sometimes they tell you what it is, and that is super useful. So let's go to preferences, and I know what was causing this. So as you can see, preferences, my settings app kept crashing, and I had the tweak cask installed. And I just uninstalled the tweak, and now I have no crashing because of crashed. It told me what tweak was causing it, so I uninstalled it, and now my settings application works. But what's weird is cask does work on iOS 14, but it was technically having a conflict with another tweak that I have. So just because it tells you what tweak it is doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the tweak. It can be because it's coming into conflict with another. But that is crashed. It can help guide you in the right direction. When it comes to tweaks, best practice is 1 tweak at a time, especially if it's a really big tweak, something like links, something like that, you know, that does a multitude of different things on your iPhone, or even tweaks that alter colors of a whole bunch of different UI elements. Tweaks that touch places in the file system all over the place can cause issues. So like I said, do 1 tweak at a time. And that's super handy, because guess what? If you install that 1 tweak and you use it for a little bit, and then you notice a crash, and you've never had that crash before, chances are it's because of that new tweak, and you can come back into Zebra and uninstall it, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. If you have installed 4 or 5 tweaks at a time, you won't really know which tweak it was because you installed them all at once. So one thing you can do if you guys continuously keep getting crashes is you can go into, at least in Zebra, and this is why I like Zebra because there's a lot of options, but you can organize your packages by the date that you installed them. So as you can see, the latest tweak that I installed was vinyl. And then I believe it was yesterday I installed these or updated them. This is also updates as well. So it's not just when you installed it, it's also showing the date they were updated. So as you can see, I can go through here and I can see all the packages that I have installed ever since I jailbroke this iPhone. So what you can do is you can go through and just start deleting out tweaks that you've installed. But I would say once you get down to the point where it's all the important stuff that is installed for the jailbreak, like here, this is all stuff that came with the jailbreak when I opened up Cydia for the first time. Do not delete any of these. They're incredibly important. And if you don't recognize it, you probably shouldn't delete it because it might be a dependency and it could break something. But I would say to get rid of tweaks. So just start getting rid of your tweaks, and then the crashing would hopefully go away once you get rid of the tweak that's causing it. And like I said, you can do this by removing 1 at a time and then checking and seeing how your device is performing. And then once you get it fixed, begin your best practice of only installing 1 tweak at a time, trying it out, using it on your iPhone, changing its settings, making sure it is compatible with what you're running already, and then move on to the next tweak. That will really, really, really save you guys a lot of time. Now for the people that have really messed up their iPhone, what to do. These are some tricks that I do, and they really help me save my jailbreak, because obviously I do videos for you guys, and I probably will have this XS Max jailbroken for a full year. And to some people, they just scratch their heads and they're like, how the hell do you do that without ever updating your iPhone? And like I said, I'll explain. So if you really can't figure out why something is crashing, the next best option is to open up your jailbreak utility and to restore the root file system. You can do this with unc0ver, as you guys can see. You can do this with checkra1n as well, and most new jailbreak utilities offer this. As you can see, there's checkra1n, it is restore system. That means restore the root file system. And basically what that means is remove all jailbreak content, all tweaks, all themes, everything that you have installed from Cydia will be deleted when you restore root file system. That is the method you use when you unjailbreak your device. So I would start with that. And I did a recent unc0ver video where I showed you guys how to restore a root file system. So if you guys haven't seen that video and you want to see how to restore the file system, I'll leave the video link in the description, but start with that. And if for whatever reason, after you've done a root file system restore, if that doesn't work, there is one more trick. And this is kind of the end all be all. And I have done this a couple of times just to clean up my entire iPhone for the memory stuff, for space, and for I think it was the system content bug or whatever it was that was taking up all the memory on my iPhone. I've had to do this a couple of times. So what you can do is you can go into settings, you can go down to general, you can swipe all the way to the bottom to reset, and then you can erase all content and settings on your iPhone. Now make sure you have a backup of anything you don't want to lose before you do this. An iCloud backup of your messages or your photos or whatever it might be that you don't want to lose, because essentially what this is going to do is completely erase everything on your iPhone. And then once it boots back up, it's like an iPhone that you got brand new out of the box. And what's nice about this option is it does not force you to update in iOS. So if I were to do this right now, which I'm not going to, but if we go to general and we go to about, this XS Max is on iOS 14.0.1. And if I run the reset, erase all content and settings, it will completely erase everything on my iPhone and it will remain on 14.0.1. And like I said, it's like an iPhone that I literally just got out of the box. It's like brand new, straight from the Apple Store. It erases everything, and it's an incredibly useful feature. It does take time, obviously, because then you gotta back up your device. But for me, it's easy because I let it do it every night over Wi-Fi. But then you need to download all of the apps you had from your iCloud backup. You need to re-download all the photos, re-download all the messages, etc. So it is a little bit time consuming, but what you're left with is a very well running iPhone, a very smooth running iPhone for the most part, because you literally erased everything and it's like it's brand new. So that can really help some of you guys out. And like I said, you're not forced to update in iOS by doing that method. The only time you're ever forced to update from a restore is if the update itself is from a newer version of iOS. So that's an incredibly useful tip to know, and that's gonna be basically it for this video, guys. I know a longer video, but I really tried to explain a lot of different things in one jam-packed video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up, and if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.